Mambo Jezo, Ibwe Rabago. Mambo Jezo, Ibwe Rabago. Mambo Jezo, Ibwe Rabagon. Mambo Jezo, Ibwe Rabagon. Mambo Jezo. Yeah? Well, 1.7. 1.7. 1.7. 1.7. Lucky! Collect! Lucky, break boys! Collect! Dukuona muna rufamba mtele! Lucky! Magi! Ayewa boys, 1.7 neri! Andi tese! Aiwa dukukudzwa imkati umemruta ura kana! 1.7 neri, ingati mwata tese wandre shimchange agenda. Mosquito, ayewa boys, bra! Collect! Aiwa msadaro boys! Kwende roka bonga maprizi tamuka pepe. Mare ayiwa msadaro. Wapese ayiwa boys msadaro. Derek. Ayi makumba dereka rutomaona. Derek. Lucky. Ndanzwa kadhubum. Ndakanzwa. Amsadaro boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, welcome to the week with me, Comrade Fatso. And what a crazy week it's been. The doctors are still on strike, EcoCash is still down, and the Chinese say they give us more chickens than we admitted. But first, China, our all-weather friends. A few weeks ago, Mthuli surplus Ncube understated the total amount of donations from the Chinese in the recent budget. Mthuli said $3.6 million. The Chinese said $136 million. So what's the actual figure? 2%. Are you saying the Chinese are lying?
And we need to come to a common understanding about these facts and figures to establish a common accounting position.
To be honest, I'm surprised by all this noise. I mean, what's 100 million between all-weather friends? Yep, still 100 million. A few days later, the Ministry of Information then released a statement saying that the Chinese and Zimbabwean officials had come to a common understanding about the facts and figures. Yeah. Let's see these facts and figures. Not to be outdone, the Chinese deputy ambassador then took it to another level.
No big deal and no big problem. I think that there might be some miscalculation. Just as we say.
Yeah. Just a little miscalculation, just a few million.
I'll give you an example. Just as, madam, I give you 5 chickens. Okay, but you tell him that you say that I only give you 2.
I mean, this guy is a true stand-up comedian.
I think nothing bad there. It is just a kind of in the accounting mechanism or in counting.
You say accounting mechanism, we say ZEC.
We are happy with the results. Those chickens are all in the hands of Zimbabwe and also in the hands of the government. So it's very good. Thank you.
Who needs beef when you have chicken?
Washaya!
But on the real, the deputy ambassador of China is saying that ZANU-PF took 3 full chickens from us, the people. Let me break it down for you, comrades. That's 12 quarter chickens. Huh? ZANU-PF, you can take our freedom, but you can never take our chicken and chips, man. Now, to make matters worse, the US Embassy has also come out with its own set of facts and figures, alleging that 2% understated America's level of contribution. We expect the US ambassador to soon do a press conference saying that they gave 7 cheeseburgers to ZANU-PF and ZANU-PF proceeded to eat 3 of those cheeseburgers without even saying thank you. It's one thing for an entire government to be accused of understating donations. It's another thing to be accused by 2 whole embassies. You know what they say? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, yet a fight. In a normal country, someone would have resigned by now, because these are not small mistakes. You don't just misplace 100 meter. At the very least, this undoes your whole budget 2%. And how are we supposed to trust any of the other figures in your budget at this point? Talking of the Chinese deputy ambassador, he's been quite busy over the last week. When Chiwenga flew in, guess who was there to give him a hug? And maybe some chicken. Yep, this guy. We've actually seen more of the Chinese deputy ambassador over the last week than both our VPs combined over the last year. But back to Chiwenga. Many questions remain unanswered. Why were there no government officials at the airport to welcome him? What's up with him and his wife? Is it really Chiwenga or just another fake Chinese import? And didn't Chiwenga fly back from China before the last coup? Anyway, if you want rumors and speculation, please go to Gambakwe or Zim-I. Kunoko to deal with facts. What we do know is while we were all going on about coup plots and conspiracy theories...
Yeah, one shot.
You don't have a copyright on the word conspiracy theories, man. Anyway, while we were all going on about our coup plots and conspiracy theories, ZANU-PF was quietly planning to change the constitution so ED can run in 2028. Fair. Eye on the ball, comrades. Eye on the ball. Zimbabwean doctors are still on strike. The standoff that began over 5 months ago and has seen more than 400 junior doctors fired now involves senior doctors too. The senior doctors are protesting over the treatment of their juniors and are also demanding better working conditions and salaries. Strive Ikokesh Hapana Masiwa then got involved through his Higher Life Foundation and offered the doctors 5,000 bon per month, a smartphone, and a couple of via rides per day. And the doctors were like, nah, it's a very nice gesture, Strive, but it might be best to make sure that EcoCash is working and sit this one out. Because it's not just about doctors' salaries. The government also needs to rehabilitate hospitals and buy medicines. Our Tsaga of the week goes to Opa Muchinguri Kashiri, who got named in an election rigging scandal in Namibia in the recent elections. Do you know how prolific at rigging you have to be accused of rigging in another country's election? She's a genius. It's high time we started exporting this talent to other nations by holding rigging workshops and building ZEC Excel sheet software, because it's obvious we are incredibly good at it. It might even contribute to our GDP. Hint, hint, 2%. In the worst news of the week, we heard that Xavier Kasukwere wants to run for president in 2023. We have just 3 words for you, Xavier. Please, no. Shame. Last week, BBC released a short documentary that highlighted how climate change is affecting the Victoria Falls. It seems not a single Zimbabwean watched the extremely short documentary and just saw the title, Are the Victoria Falls Drying Up? And everyone lost their mind. Oh, this is the third force hell-bent on destroying our tourism. What do you mean the falls are dry? This is a regime change agenda. Is Sandra Ndebele still single? I don't know if someone said the last one, but the thought is there. Quite predictably, propagandists started running a #VicFallsIsNotDry campaign. Comrades, not everything is an attack. If you'd bothered to watch the video, you'd have seen that no one is accusing ZANU-PF of anything. Principal climate change researcher Elisha Moyo told the BBC that the lows were becoming pretty frequent. According to him, the flow over the falls in 2019 is down by almost 50%. All this is evidence that climate change is real, and there's an urgent need for our government to come up with policies that combat it. And no, this is not because of sanctions. Thanks for joining us on The Week. Follow Magamba TV on social media. This has been The Week. You have been the people. I have been Comrade Fatso. I promise I only got given 2 chickens. Thank you and Futzak.